Hey, what is going, Mr. X? I mean, what is going on, YouTube? Mr. X Reviews 13 here. Uh, Cartoon Network has made a lot of great shows during its past 10 years, I should say. Because, thanks to an old man named Ted Turner. Ted Turner started out with Ted Network, what is it, TNT? He started with TNT, then he started with CNN. And then eventually, some point in his life, he started Cartoon Network. And then soon, Cartoon Network was born, with all these shows like The Class of 3000, Dexter Laboratory, Yogi Bear. And then he started. The Class of 3000 was. I don't know if you guys know a rapper named Andrew 3000 or whatever his name was. He started with Outkast in the early 2000s. And then pretty soon, Outkast decided, you know what? We're gonna go our separate ways for a while and see what we do. And so they did. Class of 3000 was just a show that Mr. 3000 could do, and he did it. And he was a music teacher at a school with all these kids that he wanted to teach to be better musicians. It was just it was an interesting show. I've never seen the show. I never seen shows like that. The only shows I've seen was Cow and Chicken, Dexter's Laboratory, The Amazing World of Gumball, which is now was a hit that people seen. It was like, whoa, who was this Gumball Watterson? Where was he in 2010 when Adventure Time came out? Adventure Time made history. They died in 2015. If I'm right or wrong, I don't know. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. But just bear with me when I say this. Cartoon Network always had a great show for their audience to look at. They bring in a show, they want to see if the kids down the block want to watch it. It's like, oh, okay, Ted Turner maybe cooks up something new. So he stirs the pot and he figures out what's new. He thinks in his little mind of his, and he finds out and says, what would the next show should be for entertainment television of today? And that show would probably be the Jetsons. George Jetson and their little maid and all this other stuff. Like, whoa. The Jetsons was something else. I mean, even though it was a show in the 60s, it was a show way before my time. But I know what it was. I just got hooked on it. I was obsessed with cartoons like that, That was before I was watching a show called Black Dynamite and American Dad, Cleveland Show, Family Guy, shows like that. But I didn't start watching shows like that until later in life. But I had to start small, I had to start watching PG rated cartoons like, Chowder and there's one show that I hate. It was Flapjack. This show was so stupid, man. Why did Cartoon Network make that show? Can someone tell me, or not, can someone from Cartoon Network tell me why did they make that show? Why did the creator come to the studio, draw the art structure, and made the show look like it was made in the 1900s? The show was dumb. It was downright not funny. The jokes were trash. Regular Show was better than that. Regular Show was way better than the Marvelous Adventures of Flapjack, all by itself. no help, no consistency, no nothing. A regular show was based off in the 80s about these two dudes, Mordecai and Rigby, that who worked in the park with some guy who had gumballs, who looked like a gumball machine, who yelled every day for no reason. I guess that's what he did. That was his script, was get back to work or you're fired. I mean, who does he who is he? Who does he think he's talking to? All he does is yell at these two dudes for no reason. All they do is play video games. I mean, sure, yeah, they get some work done. They get some work done. But the most person who get the most work done in that show is Skips. And he's immortal. Come on. He's a whole mortal throughout the whole show. And he goes off to space and battle all these galaxies and all these monsters and all this other stuff.